self-inflicted suicide machine.
I live, I die, I live again. What a lovely day!
Oh, hello slimy furtlers, and what have we got here in front of us? Well, in front of us we have a Maisto 2002 Cadillac Cien concept. I'm calling it Cien, it's spelled C-I-E-N. I don't know whether Cien is the right pronunciation. If it's not, then, you know, well, you'll just have to live with it. Curiously, this is in Captain America colours. It has the Captain America star and red and white shield. It has Super Soldier written on the top. It has Captain America written on the side. But I thought, though, that particular Marvel licensing thing was the domain of Hot Wheels. Well, obviously it isn't, because Maisto seem to have managed to have picked up a license somewhere to produce you know, toys and bits and bobs based on, you know, the Marvel. I don't know whether it's for Captain America or whether it's Avengers or what, but they got a license, and it is an official product as well, because it has the you know, the stamp on the bottom. It has a Marvel copyright, trademark, patent pending, you know, don't copy this or we'll sue you mark as well. So I know absolutely nothing about the Cadillac Cien. I picked this thing up at Bernardo's out of one of their lovely little rummage boxes that they have there, and a while back, I think it was sometime last year. That's how long I've had it in the bucket of stuff to work on. When I picked it up, I saw the thing that said Cadillac on the bottom. I don't have that many Cadillacs, so I thought, yeah, well, I'll go and grab that for the Cadillac collection. I saw the damage that we can see here on the bonnet, which looks like somebody's put something hot onto the paintwork, try and simulate bullet holes. Yeah, there's another thing, but what I didn't notice was that the same person had taken the hot thing off the bonnet and started rubbing it across the windscreen, making a lovely molten mess, which shows that I should probably be a bit more observant. I originally was going to get it, you know, strip it, repaint it, do the usual stuff, to have a different Cadillac in the thing, but I can't really do that because unfortunately I can't get a replacement Maisto windscreen, and I haven't seen any more of these so that I can, you know, cobble things together for parts. So we're going to Gaslands'd this one. I don't have a particular plan for this particular thing. I was thinking some sort of wedge-shaped ram at the front, then at the back here maybe get rid of the rear windscreen or put a hole in it so I can have a big engine poking out the back. But other than that, no real plans, no firm plans. I do like the paint job as it is, apart from the damage that's been done to the front of it. That nice blue, and especially this lovely shiny metallic red on the sides, but I cannot replicate that. I can replicate the blue, but not really the red. I can put metallic red on it, but it won't be as shiny and whatever as this is. That's nice. That's nice. I wish I could thingy, but it's going to have to be stripped because otherwise it can't really work on it. So yeah, I quite like one of these in a better condition, just to kind of compare it and see what it looks like. I mean, the only other damage there is to it is the paint's rubbed off. I mean, you can see where the blue paint's rubbed off, there's red showing through, so obviously it gets base coated in the shiny red, and then with the blue over the top, followed by, you know, decals and stuff like that. I wish I could find some of that shiny red, actually. I could do a lot with that. So that's sort of a candy thing. Sort of a candy, shiny candy red. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, I'll stop talking about how much I love that colour red. Yeah, so we're going to get this split open, stripped off, and then we'll come back and see what we've got left over to work with.
Approximately 10 hours later.
Okay, and we're back after having it all stripped off and everything. The metal body is it's fine. The marks that were on the bonnet just seem to be paintwork only, which is good. It means I haven't got to sand down the thing, and it's quite an interesting shape, so sanding it would be quite difficult, but not too hard. But I don't have to do it anyway, so I'm not bothered. So yeah, the blue paint that was on it seems to have leached into the metal. It doesn't really matter because obviously I'm going to be, you know, painting over it and everything. But yeah, it's weird that the lovely shiny red paint just dropped off as soon as it hit the bath of goo. But the problem was, when I was taking it apart, is that very weirdly, even though I drilled the rivets right out, the rear rivet popped off no problem. The front rivet decided to grab hold firmly of the plastic base and rip a huge chunk out of it. So basically it ripped out this piece here, which is sort of the post that it sits on. So I've had to spend a bit of time trying to repair that and everything, and seems to be on right. So, you know, it's just a plastic base. It really doesn't matter that much about damage to the base, except if it stops you from being able to put the put the car back together. Bit of a crap design choice there, because they have a nice long post on the back and a diddly little one here on the front, and then the kind of plastic bit takes all the weight. And, you know, I mean, I know that they're not designing these with people taking them apart in mind, yeah, fair enough, but even with play that could easily be broken. But then again, you know, when they make toys these days, they don't mind them getting broken, because then, you know, people have to spend money to get more. Mummy and Daddy have to replace them. Yeah. So yeah, that's the base and thing. The windscreen I've done absolutely nothing with. It's because of this. I'm going to try and sand out that melted pattern on it. Try and smooth it down. Again, that's not something that really matters that much with what I've got in mind for this car. It's just that I would like to try and smooth it off, because it's like I say, I've got an idea in mind for one of the things I want to do. I'm not sure about the rest of the stuff. I've also selected a new pair of wheels for it that came from I'm not quite sure. I think looking at the wheels, they're probably Hot Wheels of some sort. The original wheels were terrible. It was just literally a kind of plastic cylinder with some silver, you know, vacuum metallized silver paint or whatever on the to represent the hubs, and it didn't look nice. But these Hot Wheels ones suit it a little bit better. You know, there's a little, the rear wheel is a little bit bigger than the front wheel, so you've got a bit of rake to it. I'll be putting those back into the original grooves. I've cut off the original retaining tabs from the axles, and I'll just be putting them back in with can't decide whether I want to use just a little piece of metal super glued in to hold them in place, or whether I want to make a kind of majorette-esque suspension system. I'm leaning towards a majorette, because I would like for the wheels to have a little bit of bounce, but we'll have to wait and see what we get to, because the main part of the work is going to be on this. So let's get started and hope things will kind of fall into place. First things first, need to make a frame for the kind of ram thing to go on. Let's get busy.
A few moments later.
Right, so yeah, had a bit of a think about it, and I've decided I'm not going to do the wedge front thing. Just while I was playing about, I managed to sand down the lumps and bumps off the front. I mean, it's still a bit of a rough finish, but paint will cure that, and it sits quite nicely. You know, the windscreen goes in, it sits quite nicely. And when I've been looking at the body, I like it. I like the shape. So what I'm going to do, instead of having the big wedge ramp thing off the front, which would hide all this niceness, you know, there's loads of interesting shapes and that big ass grill and everything like that, you know, to hide that underneath a ramp just for a gimmick, yeah, no, you know. So what I'm going to do instead is, one of the original things I was going to do was have a big engine at the back, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to use one of these, which is one of the big turbocharger radial things that I had 3D printed. I'm going to put it in the back here, so it means I'll have to remove this window, you know, the rear window, but I'm going to put it in the back here, sort of level. So I'll need to build like a little platform inside for this to sit on, but that's where that's going to go, I've decided. As for armaments and stuff like that, I haven't decided yet. I've decided I'm going to put this in as part of my Cien team, so rather than being a kind of sort of race car that's, you know, supposed to drive fast and get away from everybody with mostly rear mounted weapons, I'm going to have it as a Cien car so that it can take advantage of the the manoeuvrability and stuff that Maxine cars get. So I'm going to put some weapons on it. I haven't done like a build on the on the Gaslands'd team builder thing yet to work it out, but putting that big engine in and getting that done first, and then I'll decide what else I'm going to do with it. I'm also going to try and sort of recreate the original paint job with what I've got. My Maxine team stuff is usually painted in 2 colour. There'll be like one colour at the front, one colour at the back. So I'm going to do that, but red and blue, to try and recreate the the kind of Captain America Super Soldier theme that this car had. I've looked at the background actually, and Maisto did release a range of Marvel Legends inspired cars. There were a couple of Captain America cars, a couple of the cars inspired by the Marvel characters. So yeah, it wasn't only a domain of Hot Wheels for this. I've also looked up at the Cadillac Cien itself. It was a one-off concept car that debuted at the 2002 Detroit Motor Show. It was basically a special car to honour the 100-year anniversary of Cadillac, with Cien being Spanish for 100. So if you say it in Spanish, it would be like Cien or Cien. Something like that, I don't know, but yeah. So it was a special one. It was it had a V12 engine, so that's pretty powerful to start with, and the car itself was designed and built and sort of finished off by a British company, who basically made it world worthy. Apparently the design aspect of it was based on the F-22 Raptor fighter plane. So yeah, so right, yep, just that little update as to my thinkings behind it and how I've actually fallen in love with the shape of this car and everything. So first off, it was a lovely red paint job. Now it's the shape and the angles and ooh, yeah. So yeah, but let's get on with it and put the big engine in, and then decide what weapons and stuff I'm putting on it.
Several days later.
Right, here's what we've got so far. This is just the body shell. It's stripped, and I've primered it in red primer. The idea is it's going to be more cartoony colours, sort of bright, cartoony comic colours, with blue at the front and red at the back. So I'm going to tape the back bit off. Yeah, the back bit. Tape the back bit off. I'm going to spray some dark blue over the front. That'll start off the thing, and then I'll apply, bright red and bright blue to the back. That should be quite simple, to be honest, on this. What we've got here is the windscreen, and with the big ass engine on, I figured out that I didn't need to build a platform for the thing to sit in. I cut the rear window out a little bit, and then when I started trying to match it up to the thing, I found that the engine nested rather snugly on the back, because on the back of the like you can see the round turbine bits, on the back there's actually like a step, and that fit very snugly onto the back bit of the window that I cut out. So I've no need to really build a platform for it. So that's come out. I sprayed it with chrome silver spray. Not 100% sure that I like the look that it's got, but we'll see what it looks like. I'll get the body done first, and then I'll slip it in, and if it doesn't look right, I'll spray it with aluminium silver over the top, and then maybe I'll blue or sort of blue tint or black tint the windows and the windscreen kind of thing. As for the base, I went with the what they call it here. You can see this little contraption I've got in here. What I've done is coffee stirrers. Just cut 2 little bits off there. Run a groove down the middle of them, and then using a thick paper clip, just done a majorette style suspension system, which actually worked. Well, it works on the back wheels. Got to figure out how to get it to work properly on the front wheel. I think that's because I've not cut. So what it is, I had to cut a little groove in this bit here so that the metal would actually contact with the axle pin, which I don't think I've done properly at the front here, so I might have to pull it out and just tidy up that bit a bit. But yeah, it works. The Hot Wheels wheels just fit in snugly underneath it. So there we are. That's where we are. So the next time we come back, I'll definitely have the body done, and hopefully I'll be able to have had the test fit the window, and then I'll be able to paint the engine and everything once I've figured out whether the window is staying like that or whether I'm darkening it down a bit. I'm also going to paint the wheel hubs as well. I'm going to paint them blue for the front and red for the back, so it looks nice. I'm not leaving silver. In fact I might actually do white, because obviously if I'm trying to replicate Captain America's colours, I do need to have a little bit of white in there. I'll just set myself some more work to do, won't I? Oh Christ. Anyways, yeah, this is. I've done a stat card for it for Gaslands'd, because I've changed the plan of what I was going to do with this. This was originally going to start out as like an awesome conversion with a big wedge ramp on the front and stuff, and it's ended up just being cut down, and I tried to make this car more kind of affordable, more basic. So it's just, I've put it down as a performance car with an extra crew member, both crew members armed with magnums, and then given it a couple of Maxine perks. The one that allows you to turn using the front axle rather than the centre mass of the car, and the other one that basically allows you to put more hazard tokens on an opponent's car, which I can't remember what it's called, but being as magnums add hazard tokens, and it's basically if I get 2 hits with magnums, then that's equals 3 hazard tokens, which cool. I think it comes out at about 26 cans, which is cheap, which is about right per car for a cheap game, unless you're doing a big game where you've got 2 cars and 100 odd points limits, which they can be quite fun. With explosions and shit. I don't know. Anyways, let's get to taping it up and painting and stuff, and then when we come back, hopefully it'll be all ready to put back together and go blub 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 with. Yeah.
Many months later.
And we're back with the final pieces. Yeah, there's only 3 pieces to this one. There's the chassis, the body, and then the glass. All being finished and varnished and everything to make them all look shiny. Like I say, I tried to replicate the original Captain America thing, just with more cartoony bright colours. I think I've done that quite decently, I suppose. Whether you think that is up to you. The couple of bits to note: we have the windscreen glass part here, which was originally black, and like I said, scraped up to hell, so I think I did well to kind of smooth it out there, and then give it kind of dull silver with a bit of blue in. I like to put a bit of blue in on silver. Around the back here we have the twin turbine things, which are just filled in the turbines with a bit of gold, show that they're like titanium turbines or something. On the actual body, I've put some transfers on, which I had left over from an American tank of some description, so I just put a little white star on the front there, and the number plate says USA. So let's put this together. So we should just pop the windscreen in there and see, pop it over the little mushroom head that's there. There we go, so it stays in place. That's that. And then I'll need some glue. In fact, I'm going to put a drop of glue in there just to make it so that once I've glued the bottom up, if the windscreen does drop out, if the mushroom that's there gives way, there'll still be some glue to hold it on. So yeah, little drop of glue in there. Okay, now it's like I say, I actually cracked the chassis when I was opening it up, and it kind of did a bit of a number on it, but I managed to put it back together and it seems to fit okay. So I'll just pop that one in there, and this bit here just needs you to jimmy it about a bit to get the old post to stick over there. There we go. Just hold it down while I pop some glue in there. I might have to actually put some filler in the front one, because the just give it a little shake, get the glue to go where I want it to. That's it. Push it down. There we go. So there we have it. It's complete. Not gone total, full Captain America on it, because yeah, I didn't want to go the full way kind of thing. But yeah, like I say, it's had replacement wheels, which I've colour coded to the part they are. The suspension works. I did have to rework the suspension slightly to make it fit better, but it works. We've got round the back here, we've got the turbine engine, which is a bit of a waste of detail now, I see, because you can't actually see the gold turbines that I've done. You could just sort of see the engine poking out a bit. Oh well, never mind. But yeah, that's what I say. I've tried colour match the back bit up here, so we've got that, you know, we've got the things. It's done, and I'm happy with it. As usual, I will take some close-up pictures and stick them on in a bit. But yeah, thank you for watching this video, and like I say, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're feeling particularly generous, you can find my PayPal, you know, address at the end, where you can you know, pop me a little bit of good fortune my way. Or you know, any and all donations are received with thanks, and you know, any money that I get will be put to good use. You know, I know money is a bit of a thing that you shouldn't be talking about in these times. You know, there's a lot of people there, but you know, other people beg for doing less. So you know, I've sat here and done this. So you know, if you want to give me money, give me money. If you don't, that's fine. My Facebook is also there, my Facebook page, which you can find, and you know, join the page. You can see other stuff I'm working on that I don't do videos about, such as wargame miniatures, bits of scenery, other cars that I do that I just don't make videos about, and many other projects that I do. So yeah, so pictures are incoming, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.